was choking by my cape.
What?
It was killing me.
That was a good intro start.
Yeah, why not? We'll keep that in. All right. Welcome back to part 2 of our Halloween special. It was made apparent between recordings that we've not explained why this is special. This is the first official vampire meeting, in the sense of we're all dressed up, we're all looking special. We all got the makeup on. You probably can't tell because I'm too pale. We all got the makeup on. We got the capes. We have the cat spider. We've got everything special going on here. It's a very special episode. And when we ended the first one, I did not know Chris was about to tell us a story about a spooky story nightmare that she wanted to add. So please, take it away.
I have 2 stories. I have one
Excellent
story when I was a young kid. So this was back when I visited eastern part of the Europe.
Of the Europe, okay.
What?
Which is
That sounded very American.
Eastern part of the Europe.
So I went to Europe.
Sounds like tour name from
backpacking in Europe.
We go to the eastern part
Backpacking in Europe.
2020. Join us.
Anyway, this was in Eastern Europe. Which country is going to be a mystery?
Let me guess. Is it Romania?
No.
Is it...
She said it's going to be a mystery. Let's keep the mystique.
No, I
You should all go to Romania and visit.
That was
Vlad?
one of the plans.
Yeah, that was actually
What's
one
up,
of our
homie?
plans.
We're back.
We're back home.
We're back, bro.
From the basement crypt. Just chill.
Let's have some coffee.
Yes.
And
the
then you have to
castle.
fly or to drive full dress and see if you can make it without police stopping you.
We sneak in.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're not dressed illegal. I'm sure that's fine. Dressed strange, but not illegal.
But anyway, and in that part there was a huge forest. I said forest. So we had like these huge fields, and then there was a part of the forest, and the forest was usually pretty dark. So like at night, you would assume like it would be really creepy and really scary. And at one point, I went to my friend's house. She lived across that forest.
All right.
So I was not staying overnight by hers, but I didn't see the time. So I was like, it's fine. And then came, I don't know, like 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. and it was really dark because there was a little bit of autumn or winter time. And I had to go back. And nobody came to collect me and I had to go back.
Okay.
Through the forest on your own?
Through the forest on my own. There was no other way to go
How old were
around.
you?
That's creepy.
I think I was like 6.
What the
That's
fuck?
too young.
Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, but the thing is, in that village, there were only like a couple of houses like spread out. So there was nothing weird going on. Everything was pretty safe, I would
But
say.
even still, that's gotta be pretty creepy.
But that night it was really foggy, and I knew a story that my grandma always said, like, oh, if you hear anything at night, don't answer to it. If you hear your name, don't answer to it. If you hear a whistle, just keep walking, don't run. Don't whistle in the forest either, especially during the night, because you never know what's gonna come, like, answering back.
Oh, that's gonna be one of the you know, like you were working and like Chris, and she's like, hello,
Hello, bitch! 6-year-old me like, hell no!
get the fuck away from me.
Anyway, it was really foggy, and I was going through this shitty little forest. It was beautiful during the day, really shitty and scary during the night. Like, nobody wants to be there on their own. I also knew that there were wolves around in the forest too, so like that's double the creep.
Oh god.
Yeah,
I don't
Werewolves?
want to get eaten.
yeah.
How long was the walk distance? How long did you have to walk?
Through the forest itself, probably 10 minutes.
That's a
As a
long
6-year-old.
time to
That's
walk.
a long time for 6 years old. Oh my god.
Through a dark forest alone, that's a long time at
Yeah.
any age to walk through a forest.
True. No?
But there was a clear path that you just had to go through. It was just like
Even better, the
trees.
monsters know where you're walking.
Yeah, that's
That's true. I
That's
suppose that's
like
true.
my location giveaway. Anyway,
Yeah.
I was walking like about like halfway in, like nothing was happening, everything is fine, and then suddenly like a branch, like there was a sound of a branch breaking, and I stopped. Like
It's
clearly,
gonna spook up.
my 6-year-old heart is like beating out of my chest,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh my god, like is it a witch? What's happening? I don't know what's going on.
Witches have come for me.
Or a ghost.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
I was just like thinking to myself, like, no, what's not the answer to anybody? Just like, I really wanted to run, like, bad, but I
Yeah.
knew if I had to run, like, something would come running after me. That was in my kid's
Ooh,
mind. I was like, I
yeah.
can't run. Something will follow me. Like, I'm gonna become the prey.
Yeah.
And then I heard somebody scream. Like, not so much of a scream. It was just someone being like, "Hey!"
You.
Hey.
Maybe somebody was having sex there. You know? Like,
No,
Oh,
I hope
God.
not. Jesus.
Good
Ew.
lord. The village is that small, surely they
I'm
can
gonna
just do
stop
it in the house.
myself. Like,
And
can
you just
somebody
see a
mute me?
child and you're like, oh, hey!
Hey kid! Don't mind me.
Can somebody mute me? Like, seriously, I need to stop.
Yeah, I can do it. I got the power.
But anyway, I decide to fucking leg it. That's it. Like, there was no more thinking. Like, whether there's something coming after me, I'm faster than it. I'm going for it. Like,
As a 6-year-old, are you faster than it?
Yeah,
I had to be.
Yeah.
Then you run.
I ran.
And then you fell.
No, I didn't fall. I ran, and my lungs were like burning, and I ran into my house, and I was like,
Yeah. Out of
my
breath or
grandma was
something.
like, and where were you? It's really late
She
right
does
now.
not give a shit. She's
Oh,
like,
fuck.
where were you, tiny little piece thingy?
But honestly, peace thing.
Tiny little piece of betraying shit. You ran in the forest. What do you think she said?
I heard, you tiny little piss.
Thingy. This thingy. The tiny little piss dings booms.
Nobody
So
cares.
we've added that to the list of words that sounds profane. So Ermi says bitch when she should say beach. Now she says piss instead of peace.
I wish piss on the world. Like,
I wish piss on the world. Imagine like that's how a priest ends mass. I'll go and piss to serve the Lord. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Isn't
Go on,
that
go
the
on.
holy water thing from our episode 1?
Oh yeah. I said if,
The holy
you can
water
just
business.
Piss holy water forever. Yeah.
oh yeah, that was Ian's plan, because like, how else do you conserve holy water?
Piss in the apocalypse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Oh, God.
Your grandmother's pissed at you. Where were you?
Yeah, where are you? Like, it's really late right now. What are we doing? And I was like, I just ran through the forest, and there was somebody screaming and everything. She was like, yeah, it was probably a witch trying to get you because you're coming home late.
Good lord. She's not helping.
No, she was like all over the place. Like, yeah.
It was so scared.
See, that's what I mean by the little piece of thingy, you know? She was probably like
Little piece of
really...
thingy.
You little
She was
shit.
probably...
Could have gotten kidnapped, yeah.
You can call that gentle parenting.
Yeah, gentle parenting.
But anyway,
That was
from
gentle
then
back
on,
in the day.
I always made sure I knew that was home on time.
That's definitely one way to make sure you're home on time is to scare that out of you.
It was your grandmother.
sure.
herself.
Oh my
Wait, how
gosh.
can you even read the clock with 6 o'clock when you're 6?
No, I mean you know it's around 6. It's getting dark now.
It's really dark outside.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, you just know it's dark.
Like, the scene was there.
Yeah.
It
Well,
didn't, like-
I mean, it might have been later, but if Nuri's right, if you can't read a clock, you
Yeah,
don't
could
know
have
what
been
time it
later.
was. It might have
I
been
said
later.
it could have been between 6 to 7.
But as a
8?
6-year-old, you can read the clock. You know, in school, it's first grade.
yeah, I
you
w-
know when your school is finished and when you have to go to the bus and everything.
With 6, I wasn't even in school.
Kindergarten that we know when we go home.
Well,
Like-
depends where you go.
Don't shame me, Ari.
What? But at 6, you should know the hours, no? I mean, at
Yeah.
6, I was in class 2 already.
I probably did know.
With 6, I was just getting into school. I wasn't in school yet.
I
No,
started school too.
so we started at 5. Like, when we were 5, I was already in class 1.
Yeah,
but that's
same with
something
us.
you don't learn in school. It's just something you learn at home. You're not coming.
Depends who your parents are.
First thing today is
Yeah, probably my mom was wanted to, like get rid of me.
Probably, yeah.
She was like, go to school and live my life.
Go to the field to get the stuff for the dresses at 3 a.m. Go.
You little thing.
Little
Yeah.
piss.
Piece of thingy.
My parents loved us, I swear.
Well, my mom
Yes,
loved me. I like to think that.
She did. She was
I'd
very
like to think that.
There's a comment after this, and it just said no.
haters.
Hey, Omi, no.
I'm leaving. Bye bye. Hey, I left the country. I mean, what do you want from me?
Leave her alone, like she wanted.
Leave the planet.
Leave the planet, yeah, go into space.
Going to Mars.
They're searching for people to go to Mars in 10 years.
Oh, thank you so much, Marcus.
Oh, you can go.
That's what I needed, Like, now I'm
Yeah,
leaving
go Mars.
the world even. Bye-bye.
No,
No,
don't.
but until then, you get a lot of money to live a nice life, and then, no, bye.
Live a nice life in space.
you know that we can call it Plan B. We can do a podcast from Mars.
Idea.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Plan M, yeah.
Urmi tuning in from Mars.
Cool.
Boom.
Yeah. How's it Mars?
So the viewers probably doesn't know about this. We had a plan, like we make like a CVP community or something. So if I really go to Mars, we're gonna make a world CVPM.
Yes. Yes.
For them to
have we ever
vampires, they don't
explained
need
what
so
that
much sleep,
means?
they just can work.
Yeah.
They're smart.
Yeah.
Bro, I
And
mean,
on
come
the
on.
try to turn everyone into vampire, it's cheaper for them, and then let's go.
Bro, come on.
yeah,
I
it's
mean, you
cheaper.
were in Mars.
But can vampire not even be near the sun?
No, I
Like
only
literally
come out at
be
night.
near the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's probably about the same level of productivity, but just the opposite time of day. Productive at night instead of during the day.
well, I would like to answer Marcus's question. Like, he was like, hey, you can get to Mars and can work. Excuse me, I'm not German. I'm not working in Mars. If I'm going to Mars, I'm not working.
I mean, if you had
I
enough
know.
money to live forever, then why would you work at all? Yeah.
Exactly. Like, I'm going to chill and do podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. You already got the money, right?
Yeah.
Not yet, bro. I'm still poor and...
When you take the Mars mission, they
Yeah,
yeah.
but the thing is, you're further away from the sun. Mars is behind Earth.
he had
Yeah,
to
but
do that.
the way there, it's not like you can't not see the sun ever. Like
Just,
when you're just there.
Mirror, you don't
just-
have to look out of the window. You just
Put on the blinders.
Yeah.
Build a
Just
spaceship
don't have any
without
windows.
That's the most crucial
Yeah.
part to have a window who can hold the pressure. It's even better.
Okay.
A
there you
dark
go.
black, and you don't need lights in the spaceship. You don't need toilets because when they don't eat, they don't shit. So. Win-win for all.
Sure, win-win for everyone.
Well,
No food, no water,
thank you,
no piss, no
my
shit.
friends and the
Find out
guests.
that Mars is red because of all the blood.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, can be.
Yeah.
Also, like, thank you, my friends and the guest, for coming into our show and kicking me out of the earth. I mean, I loved it.
No, you can't leave me.
I mean,
no.
it's called a Halloween special for a reason.
Let's
We
kick
gotta
out,
throw out
okay.
one of those.
There's a surprise. Happy Halloween.
See you from Mars next year.
Happy Halloween, you're leaving. Well, that kind of spiraled a bit from spooky stories to money and Mars, so
It always goes
And a bit of
This is our
deportation.
life, bro.
a little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Money.
Money.
in our minds.
I like money.
Yeah,
It does, actually.
like money.
My second story was just gonna be do you guys ever have a reoccurring nightmare that you see every few years, every few months? I don't know, like sometimes it comes back and you're like, I literally have been here before in my dream.
Well, so before you start your story, when I sleep, it's pitch dead. I see nothing. I hear nothing. I'm just sleeping.
No, don't.
Dead. No dream,
Isn't that
nothing at
normal?
all.
No dream?
You too.
Well, she has to dream. She just doesn't remember it.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
you're
so
not gonna remember every
there you
dream,
go. First, I was
fun.
move out to the face of Earth, and now I'm a dumb who cannot remember a dream. So, thank guys.
Listen,
I appreciate you coming here.
we all dream each night, but we probably don't remember most of them ever. I'm just throwing that out there.
Do you not even dream anything nice?
Not
Nothing.
about like purple cows or
Who
something?
cares? And I don't.
like
I don't
dream
remember.
of money or
Oh well, that's
Like
a
Mr.
daydream,
Krabs.
you know. That's a daydream. I'm looking for money, like from the work, money. But yeah, no. So when I'm sleeping, it's dead. Like I'm
what
dead.
about when you were a child? Did you dream
If
then?
I don't remember now, how can I remember when I was a child? Like seriously.
Well, I'll take that as a very long way to say no nightmares are recurring dreams.
or good mare. Like what is a good mare? A dream.
A dream.
So-
A dream mare.
No. Okay, Chris, you go.
Yeah, so I always seem to end up being in the same kind of place. That one particular place when I dream. I'm kind of connecting the dots now. I don't know if it's because of that forest that I had to like run for my life for 5 minutes. Because in the dream, it's dark. It's really dark.
Okay.
And I have to get somewhere. I have no navi, no nothing. I don't know where I am. I'm always lost. I mean, that's true for real life too. I'm always lost, but in my dream, I'm like, super lost.
Okay.
Thanks for the spoiler.
Spoiler alert, Chris is lost.
Oh, there is no surprise there.
And there's always that one particular road that I'm on, and I have to go somewhere. But every time there's like either a shadow coming behind me, or there's like something. I feel like and some weird energy, something spooky coming around. But by that time, I always wake up. But that road. From what I know in my dream, it's Dublin. It's somewhere in Dublin. I don't know, like, where. But
Okay,
I know
just
there's
feels
Dublin,
Irish.
even though it looks nothing like it.
Dublin is always a nightmare.
Well,
Even when you are not dreaming.
It haunts me.
not everywhere. Some places
City
are
center
okay.
it is.
Yeah, that's fair. Dublin
City center, here you come.
City center is crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, that's why I mentioned it, because I had it like a week ago or something. It came back again, and I was on that road again. I did tell you.
Not from Dublin roads.
Which Dublin road? Where?
She just said
Fingless?
that. She doesn't
Exactly.
know.
I don't know. I just
Said
know
that
I
she
have
doesn't know.
somewhere to go.
Famous, Sorry,
But
what?
I don't know where. And there's
Could be
always
famous.
some kind of car or a van around. And I freak out. And
Is
I
it
wake
looking
up and I'm
like-
I've been there. I've been there so many times in that same dream before, like for a couple of years now, and it's really like fucking weird.
Is it like your subconscious mind probably trying to tell you something? Like
Probably.
You should took the candy from the van, maybe.
What the fuck?
Yeah, maybe it's the witch from the forest in there.
She's like,
I'm
she's
coming
like,
for you.
come back home, bro.
I drove from Eastern Europe to get you.
To Dublin. I mean, that would be a very lame witch, no? I mean, she can go to Dublin but cannot come to Germany. Like, come on, get a passport.
yeah, why am I in Dublin again? Like, girl,
And why is she driving? Take the broomstick. Right, come on.
foreign times, bro. Like, she has a car.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
not Baba Yaga, I guess.
I guess so, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So, do like any of you have this kind of reoccurring nightmare dream thing that somehow?
Well, do you want to go first?
I had one as a child.
Okay, go.
I had like for a whole year, I dreamed over and over again of a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just dreamed that I had to watch my family die. So
That's terrible.
Oh my
What the
god.
I just dreamed like, it was like something with the eyes, I remember. It was like your eyes turn a different color and that you see that it's a zombie and it's not people that you love anymore. And I was like, I was a fucking 8-year-old trying to save the world, obviously.
Aw.
And then I had to see, I had to see my parents being turned and everyone being like, oh my god, you have purple eyes now. And me as an 8-year-old, I was like, I'm gonna save the world now. And then before I died, I always woke up and then I was like, Ma, I couldn't save the world. I couldn't do it. And then I dreamed that over and over again. And every time I woke up before I could save the world, I never got to save the world.
Oh, that's so sad. Come on.
That's so unsatisfying. Like,
you know, so we used to have like one neighbor, and she was probably like 19 or 20 years old. And she used to have this dream that she can never finish. So she's like, so she called me like aunt something because I was older than her. And she's like, aunt, do you know what I do whenever I cannot finish one dream? I sleep again and then I finish it. I'm like, what? Can you even do it? Like, can you have like a part 1 dream and part 2 dream? But she does it. She's not lying, by the way. She didn't lie.
How do you know? Are you inside of her head?
I mean, I would like to know that she is telling the truth. I mean, why would you lie something like that?
You know what? If you think about it, when you go to sleep, if you wake up in the middle of the night, part 1 of your dream is blank, and part 2 of your dream is also blank. Ooh. So you have a part 1 and part 2 as well.
It's always dark inside.
Because we're dead.
Yeah.
Well, I have 2. One was childhood only. The other one is adulthood only. So the first one, when Chris asked us this in the group, I had to type in train tracks and skyscrapers to remember this.
And then he said, it has nothing to do with trains.
Nothing. So I was a really young kid when this happened. I haven't had this for, it's got to be a few years by now. At least it's been a long time. So I have somewhat of like a fear of heights, a little bit scared of heights. And obviously as you're a kid, everything is like 10 times scarier because, well, life and stuff. So I always had this dream that I was climbing something or trying to get on top of something tall. And at the end of the dream, like one particular one was, there was a hurricane closing in. And I thought I had to get to the top of this skyscraper, which, by the way, if you're trying to avoid a hurricane, getting on top of something is probably the worst place to be. I was trying to avoid it, and I couldn't get up to the top in time, so it sucked me into the sky. Suckme.com. And yeah, for the rapture, yeah. And then it just threw me away, and I was falling, and right before I hit the ground, I would wake up. And it was something similar to this dream all the time. I'd wake up just before I hit the ground. Maybe I'd fall off something. And the train tracks was because I would wake up in such a panic. My heart was beating so fast, I would hear it in my ears, and it sounded like train tracks. Because it was like... That's why I was like, if I woke up like screaming, my mom was like, what's wrong? I was like, Mom, I heard the train tracks. And it was always like, my heart was beating so fast, it was so fucking scary. And then in adulthood, I just have a nightmare I'm back in school, and that's kind of it. No, I'm just always back in school. That's my nightmare.
But as an adult, you did something else. So what is it? Sleepwalk?
I used to be a terrible sleepwalker as a teenager.
Once I woke up and we had candles all around us.
Yeah.
He woke up in the middle of the night, took candles, put it around us in a circle like an exorcism. And I woke up in the morning being like, what the fuck is this? Why do we have candles around us in a circle?
When she says circle, she means 2. There was 2.
There was like literally around us, and I was like, Ian, what the fuck is this?
And I was like, oh, I don't know. I guess I just got bored in my sleep. Like my sisters will always tell me, like, when I woke up, I would just enter their room and peek at them from around the door.
Ew, that's creepy, bro.
Yeah, and the only times I was really ever woken up by it was when in our house we have like an alarm system, and when it goes on a certain mode, there was like motion sensors in the hallway in case someone like broke in and stuff. I would always trip those motion sensors, and the whole alarm for the house would go off, and everyone knew it was me because I'd be woken from my sleep and I'd go, ugh! And then they know I'd be awake. And then I knew I was caught. Like, I know I'd be caught at that moment. So I'd run back up to bed, try sleep in, and my mom would go, "Was that you?" I'd go, "What's what, me? I just hear the alarm." She's like, "We heard you scream." I was like, "Yeah, okay, it was me." It was me. Sorry about that, guys. Sleepwalking again.
It sounded like Count Dracula.
Yeah, I literally just imagine like Count Dracula. That's all it was. It was the most like animated fake scream you've ever heard.
God. That is so funny.
Yeah, I guess those are my nightmares.
But that's really, spooky, especially thinking from the Norris perspective. You wake up and there was candles all around you, and you're like, "Are you trying to burn me alive? Like, what the hell?"
He's
Yeah,
trying
well,
to
they obviously weren't lit, of course. But
Exerciser,
they were
I
just
don't
kind of
know.
lit, yeah. Maybe I was trying to get the
Are you
demons
possessed,
out of me.
Noria? By the way, maybe he was trying to get the demon out.
No comment.
It's a very shit possession if it is. There's nothing really happening.
Another lame one.
What?
You
Just
Or
saying.
maybe I did it. Maybe I tried to burn something out of him.
Maybe she's trying to make me feel crazy.
Yeah. Can happen.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Oh yeah, tell us about it.
Also I have an old one. I was like, it was only when I was a child in my parents' house. And for me, I only have vivid dreams if I dream. I dream not so often, but I only have vivid dreams. Yeah, also so for the only the real ones, because I have aphantasia called. So I can't see shit when I close my eyes. I can't imagine things when I close my eyes. It's dark. Yeah. So reading and everything is always bored, but I just figured it out 5 years ago because no one is explaining to you when you close your eyes. You should see things. And so all my dreams are vivid, and I only realize I was dreaming when I wake up. Because it's completely real, and there's never a scenario where you said it's so fucked up that you think it's not real. Yeah, and when I was as a child, we had a house, and you could walk around it, and you could look down from the window. There was the walk by, and I don't know why, but I woke up in the dream. I stand up. It was sunny. I opened the window. I looked down, and there was a crocodile or an alligator walking by around the house. And I was so...
What?
Okay, and then I started sweating, and then because I wanted to go down, because I don't know for the reason, to go out with friends or whatever, but I couldn't move. I just was looking at the alligator until it turned around the corner, and then I was just waiting, and then I woke up. And then I was afraid to go down because I thought because I couldn't decide, as a child realize, because sometimes I run back to my bed and went under the blanket. And then when I really woke up, I thought, okay, maybe I just fall asleep again. So I couldn't say if it was real or not. And my parents had to tell me there's no alligator, you can come down, and sometimes they carried me down because I didn't want to walk down. But this stopped immediately when we were older. I had an older sister. When she turned 14 or 13, she could decide which room she wants because we had a room together. And then she could decide for her birthday which room she wants, and she wanted that room where I had the dream in, and I had to move to another one for my own. And then it was cool because for her birthday present I got my own room too, because I was 14.
Oh, nice. Your birthday as well then.
And then the dream stopped because it was the other side of the house, and then I never had it again. But this was, as a kid, really heavy because my parents always said, "What the fuck are you talking about? There is..." And the thing is, my parents living in the city, not far from us, but on the highest point in the city. So it's over 500 meters above sea level, and the bottom of the city where the next river would be is at 300 or something. So the alligator should have walked up 200 meters. No way that there's an alligator or something else. But yeah.
Do you think, like, when your sister stayed in that room, was she the alligator?
Down when you look down.
Okay, well, she climbed out of the room and went around to scare you.
Nah, then you should
Do you still have vivid dreams as an adult?
Huh?
Do you still have vivid dreams as an adult?
Yeah, but not frequent. I rarely dream. Maybe once per week or so. But if I dream all the shit, sometimes I'm sometimes it's holiday. It's just normal stuff. So that's why I said it's not so crazy that I said, okay, I won the lottery or I'm president or something. It's just normal scenarios where I can't say if it's not real. I just realized that it's not real when I wake up, because in the dream itself, everything is just real. Yeah, sometimes shit happens. There's an accident. And you run away or whatever, but it's nothing so crazy that you would stop and say, not with the law of physics here, so there's no car flying or so. So everything is so
Realistic.
that I just realize it when I wake up, and then sometimes you wake up and then you ask,
What happened?
Did that actually
Wait.
happen?
I think it's the subconscious mind playing
sometimes
dreams.
it's too. So, scary things, but then, or you are dark in the city and then you hear people screaming and running around, or you hear shots or something. But every time it's just so real that you think, okay, it could happen, or it is real for you in a second.
Yeah.
And like, do you do something before that could trigger it? Because like, I read once that people, for example, every time they drink alcohol in that night, they have vivid dreams. Like, do you do something that kind of triggers it, maybe?
Sometimes it's 1 or 2 weeks not. Sometimes then it's 2. It's in holidays. Sometimes it's... Maybe there's a trigger I couldn't figure out.
Yeah.
Did you do something to me before I sleep?
No, but
Give it an extra special tea.
The nightmare pill.
It's just rarely. So maybe in a month I have between 3 and 6 streams.
I'm not
Yeah.
the cause.
But it doesn't matter. It's not even a ritual that I said, okay, every time I showered or I gamed or we watched a film. It's sometimes even in the holiday when I wasn't watching the whole day, nothing, when we just walked around or something. So, I don't know.
Okay.
I wonder, because you know how some people say, like, oh, if you eat cheese or something before bed, like, you get weird dreams?
Yeah.
Yeah, people say that. And
Yeah.
It's a superstition.
it's
No?
a superstition.
Yeah.
But usually we eat really late all the time because
Yeah,
of
but
his
even when we
job.
don't eat, there's no trigger. When we don't eat always cheese.
I have nothing.
Shame.
Shame. It's not always
Shame when
cheese.
you're not
No.
always eating cheese.
Yeah, please.
Wait, what time are you eating? Like, what time are you
When I
eating
come
today?
home. Also, lunch is mostly around between 2 or 3.
Okay, that's
Or
fine.
sometimes
that's fine.
3:30 or 4 even. And dinner is between 9 and midnight.
Midnight?
Pretty
Midnight.
There are some,
Also,
Good lord.
I come home late sometimes when I work. I'm
Yeah.
home 10 or half 10 or 9. Then I on the way maybe go shopping, and when I have the fun, I start grilling at half 9 or 10.
he does that. He does it. He's like,
Grilling with the ghost.
Well, if it's because of
Grilling
work,
with the ghost.
yeah. But what about a day where you're not in work? Are you still eating that late then?
Yeah, your body is used to it. I'm not hungry before 12 or 1, and then I start cooking at 1 or 2. I just eat something little before the podcast, because we said then we don't have hunger. But this is, your body gets used to it. So the only thing I eat earlier is when I go super up because I have an appointment or we need cooperations with schools or so, that I have to go up because they have stupid schedules. And I'm leaving the house around 7 or something, then I'm hungry around 11 or 12. But normally before the 1 or 2 I'm not hungry. But this is just how you used to get it. But I'm not going after to bed directly when we eat. We go around bed mostly around 1. And then we go wake up, the alarm is around 8
because I get up at 8.
on my alarm.
That's not very German.
No.
But my job is hard like that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think we're almost approaching the end of our Halloween special. So before we go, let's say, so for Halloween, one thing that I think almost everyone does at some point in their life is trick-or-treating. I think most people do that once or twice in their life. So before we go, let's finish out with what is maybe if we have a favorite trick-or-treating story or our favorite Halloween treats that we get doing that, or a topic people love, the worst Halloween treat, the worst trick-or-treating treat you can get. Does anyone have anything they'd like to start off with, or any stories of good, bad, ugly, blah, 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 so on?
I remember, like, when I was a kid, I went trick-or-treating
Halloweening.
with one of my friends because she lived in an estate and I didn't at the time. And for some reason, I wore just like my little black outfit and nothing else. And it was freezing cold, like cold,
Okay.
windy. Nothing much happened. We just went around, got candy. But the worst thing of all that we got, like, just some lady handed us 2 peanuts.
Were they at least in the shell?
No!
Maybe there were magical peanuts.
Maybe. Maybe.
You can climb to Mars.
I wouldn't
If you
know.
bury them, something will happen maybe if you bury
Something
them.
will grow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Who
a
knows?
shame. I threw it out. I was really mad. I was
Gave you
like, what the hell?
two shellless
Yeah.
peanuts.
Woman, get a life. Like, seriously.
I was so mad.
Woman, get alive.
I felt so bad afterwards because I was like, oh, what if she's poor or something? And she still gave me her 2
And then
peanuts.
don't give anything, you know? Like, say, like, I don't believe in ghosts, go away.
Just don't open the door.
Yeah, if you know it's Halloween, don't open the fucking door.
Yeah, you know, just turn off all the lights.
Opening the door.
I don't open the door. when
Lock
someone
the door.
calls us.
Yeah.
No, we do open the door.
I have
You open the door. I don't go near that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but the children don't come near us.
Oh,
They literally ring all the bells for us,
Yeah.
and then they go into the first floor, and then they leave, and I'm like, we're on the second floor.
Yeah.
Come on up, and they're just like,
how
no,
lazy
bye.
these children could be.
Sign,
Like,
come up or I will bomb you with water bombs.
right there.
If you don't want my good sweets, I'll fucking eat them myself.
yeah. More candy
And I
for
will
me.
get
be
them.
sure that we will eat them
Oh, we
instead.
should visit them.
How about another reason?
Oh, for Halloween.
Because we buy the good sweets.
Now we know. Just let us know where you guys live.
Well, not in here.
nearby the rape tunnel, no?
That's a whole nother story.
For a different time.
Story that's like wild.
It's a whole nother story.
I love that story.
I don't live there anymore.
Oh, okay.
I don't. Is that the right thing to say about that? That you love that story of that tunnel? Is that the right thing?
Well,
to say?
that's funny. That's why I love that story. It's not like that I like people to go there and being raped. Like, what
All
the
right,
fuck?
all right, all right. Okay, let's cut this shit. Okay,
I didn't get to help. Huh?
No, it's okay.
let's move on.
Story for a different time. Sweets that are great.
Sweets that are great or bad. What's your favorite or least favorite?
My
Halloween
favorite
treat?
was. Do you know those little pizzas? We had
yeah.
we had those little
like gummy pizzas.
like well
chocolate.
yeah, you have the burgers, but you also have the pizzas.
They're the piccolinis.
Yeah, no, the sweets like out of like gummy bears
Oh,
basically.
yeah. Like you have burger,
Oh
jelly.
yeah, I had the pizza this time.
Oh, for jelly.
That's massive.
Yeah, a jelly for me. About 15 centimeters.
Oh, crazy.
No, like we had a small one. It was basically like this, and I'd get that from my one neighbor, and she was so lovely. It was like an older lady. Every single Halloween, she kept me that pizza, and every single year she gave me the pizza because she know I'd love it. And that pizza was so great because it was like from a big jelly mix, where it's like one of that is a pizza, and if you buy it yourself in a separate bag where you can only buy the pizzas, it didn't taste the same. It didn't taste great. It only tasted great from the granny. From
Yeah,
the
because
mixer.
it's free.
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah, it's free. That probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, the secret is free.
Well, as an 8-year-old, it's free either way for me.
That's true. That's true.
I was gonna say it's because she gave it with love, but it's free.
Yeah. Both.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's love
That was
and
the best
free.
sweet.
I'm gonna ignore the part love. Like, seriously. It's high time, no?
Everything.
Do you want
Yeah.
to tell one story?
We have one more story to tell.
Okay. Okay. Go on.
Also, it's a
Go.
little scary,
Yeah.
a little bit, but it's real. So we moved here to the new house.
Alright.
And it was last year when it went dark outside, so it was around September, October, I can't say when, And then we was just sitting in the living room, and then we start hearing so little steps, so little tipplings. And
Okay.
we couldn't find out. At first we thought it's in the movie or so, but it frequently came after the next movie or so. And I never found something. And then sometimes you hear so... And then...
In the dead of the night.
Yeah, and then it started
Oh.
becoming more frequently and more frequent in the morning, in the midday, in the evening, in the night, and through the house. So sometimes it was in the living room. One time I was in the bath. One time when I just woke up in the bedroom.
And there was a time where I was
Are you
like,
sure it's not Chris doing it?
I was just gonna say it's not just crispy like.
To get you out of the house.
She make all these weird noises, no?
I haven't heard get in a while.
She
Yeah,
makes
but-
all these weird
But she
noises.
was sometimes next to me, and I looked at her, and she was fine.
Maybe she set up like a little sound machine in the background just to make her crazy.
Don't give me
And then another point was that we started to hear some small screams. So, but
Could also be the
high
sound
pitch,
machine.
But I can't do that.
It was like
voice.
yeah,
So-
sure. It was like
Yeah, also so high. And then
That's
Well-
fucking shit
we are
creepy.
living in an old house. It's from 1901. Yeah,
Is it a mouse?
an
It's
old
a ghost.
farmhouse. And we should have made the stream from downstairs. We have an old stone
No.
basement under our house.
we are not streaming from there. There's dead
And-
spiders.
Then
You
we
got a
found out
basement?
It were on one. The first thing were mice in the walls. They're running around and scratching. And the other thing was over the bath. From the outside there was a hole. A bird went in and had a little nest with babies, and they were screaming. But we needed
Oh.
to figure this shit out.
So that was-
You stand somewhere.
There were a couple of times I stayed home alone and I started hearing it, and I was like, "Oh my god, I need to record this!" And then I sent it to him, and I was like, "It's happening again! I'm alone in the house."
It's the ghost of the old owner.
Oh, it's
or
just a
mice in the
bird.
walls.
I thought it was a squatter or the Squidward, like that we talked about in the last.
Squidward.
Remember that was like
That's what
show.
Omi
Oh, yeah,
wants when she's
yeah.
rich in the house because she doesn't mind.
You have Squidward in your walls?
Well, I don't have a boyfriend, so the squidder can live there. It's fine.
It was just animals trying to spook us. So.
But that's really cute, no? You were afraid, but it turns out
Mice
it's
are
just
not
birds.
cute, let me tell you that. Mice are
Oh,
not
mice
cute.
are the nasty bastard. I hate them.
A mouse broke into my room in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
He
they
was-
must-
he was so scared.
To it somehow.
Yeah. Mice are the ugliest shit ever. I
Mice
hate
are-
them.
They're cute, but they're dickheads.
They're not cute.
Yeah, they
They're
are.
stupid and ugly.
assholes.
Except the one in the Ratatouille movie. That one is fine.
He's a rat.
Yeah, so what?
That's not
What's
a
the
mouse, that's a
difference between a
rat.
mouse and a rat? What the who gives a
If
shit?
you
The rat is bigger,
a rat is way bigger.
way bigger.
Way bigger.
Fine, sure.
But the mouse was cute. We called
Yeah.
him Stewart.
Yeah. Cause like Stuart Little, cause the movie.
Yeah.
And he's a little mouse. Yeah.
Because of the movie, and it was really cute.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think that's the end of our ghost stories. And I think that's a good place to end our Halloween special. Well, thank you for tuning in to this year's one. Maybe we'll do it again next year if we're still making this. So, thank
And
you
we
for...
are making it until eternity.
But no idea.
We're
But
on Mars.
yes, but thank you for watching this Halloween special. Make sure to tune in on still the next time we upload a normal episode, and we uploaded more recently as well. But before we go, thank you to our special guests for joining us this time. It was wonderful having you both here, so thank you for joining.
Yeehaw!
Ye fucking ha. And we hope you maybe join next year again or some other time.
Yeah.
But make sure to follow us on social media at the Caffeine Vampires Podcast. Check our Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, anything and everything.
Don't
Thank you for
forget to
listening, and
subscribe.
don't forget to like and sub, and we will see you in the next time.
Stay caffeinated.
Bye bye.
Stay caffeinated. Bye.